Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two of Create Expectations. So, if you have not watched part one, which is on Zara's channel, the link is below. I'm going to highly encourage you this time to watch it first because you can see all of my rage and then come here, and I don't know if it will continue or not. It's
We'll
a
see.
surprise.
I know it's gonna be a surprise to both of us. Just the gift that keeps giving, you know.
It might happen. It might not. Maybe we'll just have like a joyful part two.
Will Sarah rip my face off? Stay tuned.
That makes me think of those like Saturday morning cartoons, and they would have like the little preview for after the commercial break. It's like, stay tuned. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, stay tuned. Zareth might not have a face after this. We'll
uh,
see.
it'll be fine.
You know, if you rip my face off, I'm not sending you the second. You're half of it.
Well, that's kind of rude.
You're right. I'll still send it.
Okay, so do you want to do some viewer questions? We have a ton of them.
Is that a question or a statement?
I don't know anymore.
All right. Let's just continue.
Okay. So, first viewer question. From Imsepa? I'm probably saying that wrong.
I'm not gonna
But
look, so I'll just let you
yeah,
struggle.
that's fine. What else is new? What is your strategy farming Datacrons,
So rude.
especially concerning the rising reroll cost? Do you farm a lot of level zeros and then discard them, or leave them at level 3 or level 6 if you don't get the stats or bonus that you're looking for? Or do you just reroll until you get what you want?
Do you have something to add to this?
Um,
What do
I
you do?
feel like you're gonna have a more in-depth answer than me. So I'm gonna answer as
Mm-hmm.
someone who like interacts with Datacrons because I know I need them, but I don't like go crazy gung ho into them.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll them up to level 3 and I see what the level 3 bonus is. If I like the level 3 bonus, I roll it to level 6. If I don't like the level 3 bonus, I go to the next Datacron, roll that to level 3, and just kind of repeat the process. So I try to go to level 3, get something that I want, then go to level 6 and see if it is also something that I want. Um, and if it's not, it depends. So like right now, if we are in a if it is something that if I roll a level 6 that I don't want, but it's the faction that I want, I will go to level 9 and then re-roll the level 6 because it's locked into that faction. So
Yep.
I know that I will get what I want out of it eventually. Um, and then like I might like maybe 10% of the time we'll go back afterwards once it's at level 9 to re-roll the actual stats themselves if I need to, but it's pretty like I have to be working on something very specific to want to do that. Um,
Sure.
so yeah, that's generally what I do.
Well, and I mean, I think that that's all a pretty good process. I think that going into it, you have to have a goal in mind,
Mhm.
and you have to understand what the value is. Like, so for set five, for instance, we're doing set five and set six right now. Set five didn't have a lot of factions that I cared that much about. Like bounty hunters didn't even have any compelling that were for bounty hunters. It was like, all right, you get Supreme Leader Kylo, you get Jabba, and then you don't need any more character specific ones at all. Like they were all the character specific things were garbage, and even the level sixes and level threes, there were some like weird niche uses, but nothing too crazy. And so the huge value there was going to be stats, and so
Mhm.
I'd get him to level 9, and then I just reroll the stats to try to get a bunch of armor, to try to get a bunch of crit damage, whatever I wanted. So I have a ton of rerolls there for things that it's like how many Aura Sings can I roll? I don't care. I don't think I ever. My Aura Sing is still Relic 6. Like I never
Right.
got her to 7 because I didn't care, even though I have 3 of them and I even use an Aura Sing team. That just didn't factor into my you know into any of my planning. It's just stats like that whole set of stats. that this current set 6, and this is why, I mean, this is kind of like a shameless plug in a way, but like this is why you want to watch a video if you don't want to take the time to really decode it and talk about this stuff. Like watch a video. Like I'm trying to I do put out a video at
Mm-hmm.
the start of every season, like right as Conquest is starting, to give you like a list of things you want to be looking at, because like set 6 has so many complicated interactions and good things to be looking for, but you can really get lost in the weeds if you're not careful. And so, this one I have specific targeted goals, and I don't even think set 6, like unless you're spending a lot of money, you're not even going to get everything from set 6 that you want. It's just not going to happen. I don't have them yet, but that, you have to have a goal, go in with a goal and realize, well, these stats on this is really nice, like I want a lot of tenacity, really want a ton of bonus protection, or protection percentage, whatever, or I want these specific you know things that I really want to level 6 level, for scoundrels, for deny revives, etc. So just go in with a plan, I guess, is the big thing. I always tell people that anyways, like have a plan. Like it's not, what you're doing isn't bad as long as you have some kind of plan surrounding it. It's not just like this random action that you're hoping will work out.
Mm-hmm.
Actually have it incorporated into an overarching plan and you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the key thing. You can't just go in blindly.
Right. I mean, sometimes that works, but
Right.
that just encourages you to do it more, and eventually it won't work. And then don't blame me, because I won't pity you. Even I'll just be like, that sucks.
Okay.
It'll be sad
Oh
for
man.
them. Yeah.
Um, okay, so I'm curious what your answer is for this one because it's another Datacron question. Um,
Okay.
so STB 500, if you could take any level 3 Datacron, so any level 3 Datacron bonus, I assume, any level 6 and any level 9, and any combination of the stats from any set, what would you make as the perfect Datacron? Um,
Oh man.
if it's different, so if you're mixing and matching, I guess, what would the most fun to use be?
Do you have any?
Oh, man. I like the turn meter gain ones. Um, which I mean, I guess then you're just canceling each other out if you have turn meter and so does the enemy, but um I really enjoyed those ones. Ooh,
Yeah.
actually I really miss my um cooldown reduction for inflicting debuffs.
Oh, you liked set 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really miss
So
that one.
I didn't realize you were evil.
Yes, you did.
I know. I said it kind of convincingly, though, right?
Uh,
No. So I think honestly, we already had the perfect, like, Jedi Master Luke with Riposte was so gross,
mm,
but it was a lot of fun. And not to mention, you were able to get protection percentage on him, so it was like
yep.
you just hit crazy hard under protection, and it wasn't okay really. It was horrific what he could do, but it was a lot of fun to see the ridiculousness involved. Otherwise, I mean, I really liked. I mean, in that same set, one of my very favorites was seeing like you could roll your offense stat really, really high, and so like my buddy Chill, who is like the CLS team master, he's got all Relic 9 on CLS teams. Like that's all he. It's funny to look at his Datacron stash because he had just two Datacrons, and they were both like CLS crons, and that's it. Like he didn't
Mhm.
he didn't farm anything else. Didn't want to engage, but he's just like, I'm gonna max my CLS team. And so it was like they had riposte and they had like maxed out offense, and seeing like the ludicrous damage that team could do was
Mhm.
just so fun. Like I realized that a lot of people, it was just like in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, so I know you don't love Datacrons. A lot of people don't, and I
Mhm.
get that. It's not for everyone. I think it's just there's a lot of factors that I guess I don't need to just sit down here and list, but I do think that the way CG introduced Datacrons was so off-putting to so many people that the genius behind a few of them, at least a few of the Datacron sets, was
Mhm.
just totally lost behind the people just feeling miserable and lashing out and hating things that they didn't necessarily hate or need to hate or lash out on. And it's like I loved when they had the Ray Kron in set one, like the one where she just did obscene damage. I was like,
Yeah.
this is how I wanted her to be. Like this is how I imagine her ult should always work. And it was so magic. It was so much fun to have her in God mode, and everyone was just like, "Nah, nah, Ray, I'm pissed off," and I'm like, well, all right, I get you're angry, but it was fun,
Right.
fun for me. So, anyways, like I feel like there's been a lot of perfect sets, like the Bam Cron, set 4 Dash Cron was a lot of fun. There's been a lot of really cool ones. Underrated. I think if we could, I would love it if we could keep rolling like tenacity and potency consistently. Those are underrated
Mm,
stats that are really powerful when employed in the right way, in the right places.
that would be good.
So, anyways, I could talk about Datacrons for a long time, actually. Especially set 6 is so interesting, but we can move on.
Okay. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah,
Okay. I like this question a lot. So,
it's about
Austin.
territory battles,
No,
then? Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not. It's actually about GAC.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Oh,
Shocked.
really?
So Austin Jabetz asked, and I like this is a fun question. If you could have two uses of any character in GAC, what would the character be? So would you want like a second use of a GL or cat or
Oh, so you just get one duplicate character.
yeah. So I'm curious because
Oh, I know my answer
should we have
instantly.
it like should we put like a caveat on this? Like, do you have to use them in the same mode? So either both at the times it's on defense and both on offense, or could you put one on defense and take one on offense?
Or you could use both on offense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you should have flexibility.
So you could
You
do it
just
how
have it
you wanted.
available.
Okay.
And let's say no GLs because that's a cop out.
Okay, no GLs. That is a cop out, you're right. Um,
What would you do?
my gut is to
Don't say
say
BB-8. Don't say B. Okay.
my gut is to say what?
I mean, I've said that before. I'm just like, I would love to have another Watt.
Like I have found so many times on when I'm doing my attacks in GAC, I have to really, really carefully, not necessarily super carefully plan, but like I have to actually stop and think because the 90% of the time there are at least two teams that I want to take Watt against. And I can't do it. So um yeah, I think I would want Watt.
Yeah, it's funny because I go in the opposite direction with Watt sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, I didn't actually use him. Wow, that's weird. I mean, he's very usable for sure.
Oh,
I think for me, so the latest kick I've been on, the thing I've been preaching about sometimes has been Kenobi. Jedi Master Kenobi is like in a way, Kenobi is the lifter unit for Cat.
right.
Like
Okay.
I just get it's so sad. Like when Professor X only had Cat, Commander
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka Tano, uh, it was a lot of fun. Like she could go with Padme, she could go with a lot of different teams. Like she's very plug and play, very like the most plug and play character out there, frankly, in my opinion. Like you can like if you talk to Clash much, I happen to be in a chat or two with him, and he's just constantly just like just leaving his Kenobi stranded to put Cat with these random teams, and it's like he's getting all these holds and doing all this crazy stuff because the amount of crazy stat boost that she gives to any team, as long as you can
Mm-hmm.
find a way to like kind of translate all of those things to that team, like it's insane. She can do so much fun stuff, but instead, like Kenobi becomes one of the most powerful things in the game if Cat's there, and without Cat, he's just very mediocre.
Right.
And so she's just kind of it's just like she goes to jail when you get Jedi Master Kenobi.
She goes
unlocked.
to jail.
It's just like
That's
it's
where
like
she lives.
it's like she gets married, and everyone's like, oh, she's no more fun. Like we'll never see her again.
Hmm.
So, but before, like she's so much fun. So I would pick another cat. I think.
Hmm. That's actually a good point. I never thought of it that way as her being, or as Kenobi being the lifter for her. Um, because you're right, you could stick her. I mean, I even stuck her on a conquest team to like do one of the to do the Han Solo surviving feat,
Oh,
and
there you go. There
I was
you
like,
go.
you need her
Hmm.
here for because she shares her exactly what you said. She shares her stats, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I want her to share my stats, share the stats.
Yeah, she's so much fun, man. And I've seen so many cool ways to employ her. Like she can even go on mall teams, even though like she doesn't boost anyone on the mall team. She has some really specific uses, like just so many ways to use her. It's like I had such high hopes that Kiadi would be as good as her with Kenobi. I thought Kiadi was going to be that
Mm,
that lifter like that, and he just isn't quite that. Like he just yeah he boosts the team, sure he makes it better, but Cat's just like yeah step aside a hole like you
don't
weird
even come
cone
on the team.
you weird cone head with a top knot like weirdo like just leave us alone. Go hang out with Qui-Gon.
Oh,
Like
poor Cam,
I'm sad.
poor guy. Um, okay, so let's save the last two for next week.
All right,
Let's do that. And
sure.
then we can have a look at we can do the packs or the character review. I'll let you pick.
Oh, let's do packs.
All right. Let's do the packs. So
We're in
these
the
are
game.
interesting because there's no timer on them.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't notice that. Cool. All right.
Yeah. So they're just here. So they're chase bundles. One's for Jedi Knight Revan and one's for Darth Revan.
And these are Canadian prices. The American
Right.
prices are $20 each,
Right. It should be
apparently.
19.99 Canadian or American, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you get
Oh,
50 of each of the prereq characters.
people can't see. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. You're good. You're good. It's not you. It's the settings. Okay. They can see it now.
Okay.
Hey, look, you get. They're like, hey, you get training droids with it.
20. 20
Like
whole training droids.
they noted in the little notes thing. It's like, hey, look at that. You get credits in training
Mm-hmm.
droids. A million credits. Woo! Well, that's gonna help.
Totally. I mean, so this is clearly a bundle for the shards, not the credits or droids.
So what do you think? Is this good?
I'm super torn on this because these characters are all accelerated now.
Yeah, this is $20 for less than 1/6 of each character.
Right. So
This is
call it
250 total shards.
$4 a character for a sixth.
Yeah.
It's I'm so torn on it, and because it just I feel
The-
like maybe if you were going straight for whichever one it was as a new player, but then I'm like, is
But
it actually worthwhile?
this is. I'm just gonna let everyone know here. This is straight up garbage. This is hot, steaming, disgusting garbage. For $20, you get nothing. This is trash.
Like, I,
You
I
can
just don't
farm
know if
this
it.
so fast.
I was gonna say I don't know if it justifies how quickly you will get the shards by farming with them being accelerated now.
Like, okay, so let's say you can buy this 6 times. Yeah, so
Right.
you can instantly, so 6 times. Are you really going to spend $120 so that you can? I mean, then you'd have to put gear on them. You don't have enough credits if it's a new player pack. Like people don't have enough
Yeah,
credits to get them to level 85, and then you have to put some gear on them, and then you get
and some mods.
right, and then you get Jedi Revan. Like what? Is he gonna move the needle for you? I guess he will. He'll move a new player's needle, but like
Hmm.
$120 for that. Like I I don't know. And yeah, it looks like you can only buy one of these packs, anyways. But one
It
way or
does.
another, like these are so
Yeah,
easily accessible. They're all like you said, accelerated. And I don't think I think you should just farm them. Frankly, like there's just better things to Jedi Revan, very worthy to chase. I think that this is a pretty garbage pack. Frankly,
yeah. I also like
$20. What does it get you?
$20 for five, and I think it's the same. Yeah, for Darth Revan, it's the same. $20 for five.
At least you get
So,
some training droids. Woo!
right. It just doesn't seem. And then this is the other thing is, do you want to spend the money to get the character shards and then be stuck that you have to gear them? Like, let's just say you're like, oh, I need another 2 levels of gear before I can realistically beat the mission or whatever.
Well, and these characters don't work together either, really.
No,
Like they don't form a team. It's like, okay, like you spend $20 and you instantly have a full 3-star team.
right. Which you don't.
Yeah, like Basti can go well with Jolie and that's it. And then Mission and Zalbar, like you just gotta leave them by the wayside anyways. Like it's just
Hmm.
you have a ton of other things to do early in the game. You don't have the credits for it. You don't. In my opinion, you just leave this. I don't think this is good. But I don't
Hmm.
know. I'd be interested to hear what other people think. Maybe people closer to the early new player experience would disagree.
Yeah, I would be curious because it seems like a very random. It also just seems like a random pack too. Like,
Yeah, I'm like. Just save the money, and when you get to 4 million GP, in a year or whatever, 2 years, then just spend all that money on conquest packs instead.
yeah, just buy the Conquest Pass and you're
Yeah.
just set.
I mean, you probably want to spend the money before that, but just being ridiculous.
Uh, yeah, so bad deal. Also, why I fully don't understand why they show these deals to all of the players instead of just tailoring them. But
What do you mean? Like they shouldn't show them to us?
yeah, like why I'm great for new players. Okay, I'm clearly not a new player. Why are you showing me this pack?
Well, it is funny because I'm like, if I bought that, I'd just get some shard shop currency.
Right.
I had 1 million
And a
credits.
million credits. And some trading droids.
Yay!
Like anyway, that's just a nitpick, but
Yeah,
bad
that's a little silly.
bad deal.
Seems like bad deal. Maybe I'm wrong.
So, all right, well, let's go look at a character
Okay.
now that we've made ourselves sad with this bad deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be so sad.
Uh, okay, so Hut Cartel.
You could have also just done bounty hunters for what it's worth. You're just showing off that you have Jabba.
Yes.
Very well.
Honestly, I forgot that he's a bounty hunter. So,
He's like, what does he do? He just like sits there and hopes that people come to him.
yeah, throws
He's
his
like,
hat around.
ah, oh, Jabba. Oh, you forgot that
Yeah.
Embo's a bounty
I
hunter.
forgot that Embo's a bounty hunter.
Oh, I thought you were saying Jabba. I'm like, yeah, he's not really a bounty hunter, but no, Embo's in the Clone Wars.
I know, I just forget that he's there. As you can
What
tell, because he's only gear 10.
one of my favorite animations in the game, especially early on, is his hat throw.
Yeah. It is a cool animation, I will agree.
His unique art for the way of Cayuzo is I'm always like, is that a mushroom?
Hmm. I know, I always think it's a mushroom too.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just him wearing his throwable hat.
Hmm. Okay, so Embo. Where do we want to start with Embo?
All right. Well, what do you know about him? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Like, what is his use as you see it?
Yeah.
He's a Relic 5 unlock for Lord Vader. So you're gonna have to get him relicked here pretty soon, actually, if you're gonna go
Oh,
for
so
Lord
I
Vader.
should upgrade him at some point.
Yeah, if you want, like he's worthwhile. I mean, he's a requirement character at Relic 5. So other than or as a requirement character though, like what's his place in the game
Um,
from your perspective?
from my perspective, I feel like I only ever really see him right now with Jabba.
Yeah, that's basically his one thing.
Like that's where he lives now.
Yeah, he's got a territory war Omicron.
On his unique.
Yeah,
Um, so let's look at that because it seems interesting.
yeah.
Uh,
So
sorry, go ahead.
so this is like the territory, or this is the territory war version of Chrysanthemum's
Hmm.
Omicron, really, because Chrysanthemum's going to get plus 40% max protection here as well, and Chrysanthemum's Omicron in GAC is also 40% protection, but that's in GAC. So immediately, like that nice little boost is it's good. It's good for Chrysanthemum. It's good for the whole team. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm impressed by this. Like his interactions with protection are the things that are probably the most interesting about him.
yeah. Like that's the thing. I was gonna say he is giving himself and also everyone on the team or bounty hunters on the team, I should say, a bunch more protection because so like I've only seen him currently with Jabba teams and they are a pain in territory war to slog through because of this Omicron.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of these theories out there that I'm curious to see how it goes. So right now we have set 5 going on, and set
Hmm.
5 has the Jabba Datacron, and so that'll expire in 3 weeks from now. And the theory on some levels, some people are saying that this Omicron is just going to be total garbage once the Jabacron is done.
Hmm.
And other people think, and I mean, I'm kind of inclined to think this is probably just going to be a good Datacron if you want to boost. If your whole guild has Jabba, like maybe that should be the next thing that a guild should be working on. Frankly, is trying to get, it's like Juhani. Everyone in every guild should probably have a an Omicron on Juhani at this point.
Hmm.
Ironically, she's probably the most valuable character in those packs that we looked at.
That is ironic.
Uh,
Um,
but otherwise, like this is also a really good one. If everyone's getting Jabba, like this is a pretty good one. It seems like.
um, I know a few people in our guild, in your Ald's guild, that have put this Omicron on in the last week or so.
Yeah, I think it's one of those baseline ones. I'm just my biggest question is it going to still be good after the Jabba Datacron is gone?
Hmm.
Like the Datacrons are really interesting, like I was talking about earlier, but the one of the issues is like you don't know how good a character is with them after a while because it's like when Malgus first came out, immediately he had a Datacron that just made him crazy, and we didn't know
Right,
how good he was going to be until 3 months after he was released because he just spammed his special and it was just like too good, kind of.
right. And that's kind of like the disappointing thing with Datacrons because they've sort of set this precedent up or this system up where you get the Datacron set and it relates, usually it has been relating to the newest, shiniest thing. Um,
Right.
so you don't really know necessarily what its true potential is without that Datacron there.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Like Afra right now, she's amazing with her Datacron, and without it, she's all right. She's fine.
Right. So, yeah, I can see why people would be curious how this is going to work once the Jabacron's gone.
Right. Oh, okay. So he gets 40% max protection. He has ways to regenerate his protection because of
Mm-hmm.
this. Can you look at his hat throw ability, please?
Yeah.
So, this attack deals bonus damage equal to 35% of Embo's max protection. I think this is, like, it's bonus damage. It's kind of worded awkwardly. I don't know if it's actually subject to, if this is true damage before true damage was kind of more
Mm,
spelled out or not. Like it's I think it's white damage at the very least, which is the same as true damage. But yeah, it's just bonus damage equal to his max protection. So he's boosting. He gives himself a bunch of protection with his Omicron, and then he does more damage from it too.
hmm Yeah, which is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so he is, I mean, obviously he's got a leader ability because he's a bounty hunter and they all do, but I think he's just gonna live underneath Jabba right now.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, in threes, you see some people using his lead because it's a counter attack. Like he gives his whole team counter, which is fun. So the other really nice thing about him is his basic,
Right.
which is just dispel all buffs, and then it does damage. Like
hmm
it actually doesn't do an effect, but it especially with Jabba, where there's a ton of assists from that team. Like he's kind of the key to killing the uh, like using it to kill Kenobi, for instance, to get rid of
hmm
that tenacity up, so that you can land thermals, etc.
Right. So that's fun. It's not a bad kit. I'm not crazy wowed by it. I think his Omicron is what makes him seem like a ton of fun and a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
I mean, you still see people in GAC using him as
Yeah.
well as the fifth, so we'll just have to see. The jury's still out. I don't know if I want to invest in that one for Territory Wars yet. I think I'll just wait for a few weeks, frankly.
And see how things are without it, without the Datacron active.
The other tricky thing about him is so you always want Boosh Leia to be the weakest on the team, so that she's constantly assisting, throwing her thermals and stuff.
Okay.
And Embo is it's like you have to get him super high relics to be able to actually not steal that weakest spot from Boosh.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, at least you're incentivized to give him as much protection as possible, you know?
Right. Still annoying.
Absolutely. Get him Relic 9, that'll help.
Man.
Get everyone Relic 9, guys. Go spend money.
Problem solved.
Yeah. CG asked me to ask you to spend all your money on this game. They didn't, but
No. They didn't
but
even show me the Galactic Legend ticket packs.
how
I
dare they?
wanted to spend money and they didn't even do it.
I know. I'm sad. Professor X would have spent that money too. Instant gratification, man. It's a thing.
Man. Rude of them. Um, okay. I think we have enough time to roast a roster. Unless you have anything else you want to add about Embo
Just
and
don't put
his
a
cool hat.
don't put a crit avoid arrow on him because he can't be crit anyways if you put the unique Zeta on.
Right. So it's a waste.
Total waste. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. Otherwise, yep. Cool hat.
All right.
Good for him.
Let's roast this roster then.
Let's do it.
Man, I'm excited for this one.
I'm not.
I didn't even, so I will say, so usually, in case people aren't aware, when I'm looking at them, I kind of like browse through some of the factions and I'm like, okay, this, whatever. Um, I didn't even do that. I just looked at the first couple of lines of the characters and I was like, whoa, this is wild.
So I just thought it was funny. Last time when we did it. Oh, hold on. I've clicked the wrong thing. The fact that like I feel like we were the most helpful out of any of our roster roasts on the last one. I was like,
Right.
"Hey, here's some real advice. Here's some like actual props for the things you're doing, and a few people, at least one person, was just like, "This is so garbage. I'm gonna stop watching you because you're so mean on these roasts. You aren't productive." I'm like, that was like the most productive we've ever been. So I guess it might be best if you leave. So
Do we need to like reiterate that this is all voluntary?
100% people like get on a list to do this. They volunteer, every single person. Like we don't
Yeah.
just I'm not just like, you know what, I never liked this person, let's just roast his roster. Like it's all people sign up for it, and we're not.
And The funny thing is,
Oh,
the majority of people, especially the ones that for some reason come across as meaner, um, the majority of those people end up saying that they got really great advice out of it, and this is what they're doing now, and give us feedback
I
and
know.
enjoy it themselves.
I know. And then people are like, I'm going to quit and protest. I'm like, well, they liked it. So,
Yeah.
anyways. Anyways, I can already see that they have not decided to invest much in ships. Or. So what's their GP? I guess we should find that out before
Okay.
I. So, Chromium 3.
6.6 million.
Oh, my lord. And they're in Chromium?
Yeah.
Okay, so not dedicated to playing well, I see. All right. Including a 6-star executor, which was not going to help your guild.
All right, let's look at ships then. We'll just start there, as usual.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6-star executor. Oh. What are we missing?
Oh, they have the profundity. They're
You have
missing.
profundity, but you don't
They're
have
missing
Radis?
Radis. That's interesting. All right, so
That is interesting.
and their finalizer's only 5 stars.
Yeah, that is super interesting. Okay.
Interesting in a bad way.
I didn't see that coming.
And you should not have.
Uh,
Pretty sad. So, looks like they have Sith Eternal and Jedi Master Kenobi. They have a
mhm.
Relic 9 on General Kenobi. That is fascinating.
Wow. Oh, you haven't seen Fascinating yet. Just wait.
All right, let's look at their farm. So, it looks like
Yeah.
they're somewhat investing in TIE Defender. It's fine, I guess. Even though they've decided to ignore Iden, like you.
Yep, just like me. Thank you
Yep.
for pointing that out.
For some reason, they're farming TIE Echelon.
Oh man. Resistance X-Wing is 6-star.
What? Oh, Wedges. I always see Phantom Stars. I'm like, why is it that 7? Oh, it is
Ugh.
7-star. Never mind. I always think I see the darkened one. Well,
Okay.
they farmed the BTL at least.
Yeah. Okay. And these other pilotless ones are farmed.
All right, so that's finally some good decision making.
Oh.
Look, oh, the business ship is so sad. Why not get
Oh.
why not get your Scarif Rebel Pathfinder up to like at least like gear 8 or something when it starts getting tough? Like at least boost your fleet that much. But I mean, don't because I enjoy seeing how awful this is. This is a train wreck.
3-star bomber.
Yeah, I noticed that you're still farming it too, so that's good.
Yep.
TIE Interceptor, still working on it. Okay.
Oh man. Oh man.
Kind of gearing some stuff, I guess. I will never, ever understand why the hell is your shuttle only 4 stars when Emperor Palpatine is Relic 7, you have a Royal Guard at Relic 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Interesting.
They did it for me to get angry. Oh no, Hans Falcon. Oh no. No, no, no.
Oh no, I didn't even see that. Oh my gosh, my eyes went right over that.
Oh man.
Oh, why?
What would you say you do here? That's so awful. And you have profundity. You have profundity, and your fleet is awful for profundity. Okay,
Uh,
well, that's embarrassing. Like, you should go do something less embarrassing with your life.
ah,
So, okay.
okay.
Make better choices.
Do you want to see what Datacrons look like?
Sure.
For
Sure.
just for funsies. Okay.
Okay, so not gonna do anything with Datacrons. Okay.
Okay. So he had a Relic 9 Kenobi and a Relic 9 uh Admiral Radness,
Radis. Okay.
right? Because he's got profundity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Vader, C, and Kenobi. Okay.
He's got Lord Vader.
He's got Lord Vader,
I just kind of snuck that one in there.
Relic 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
I'm gonna wait for you to
Tusken
see
Raider.
it.
Yeah, I saw it. Tusken Raider at Relic 9. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's ironic that Tusken Raider has an Omicron but no Zeta. Relic 9 on the cone head,
On
man.
the cone head. I'm just like,
Does he even have cat?
I didn't even I literally got to the Relic 9 Tusken Raider and was just so shocked. And I just don't understand why Tusken Raider got Relic 9 before
Well,
Lord Vader.
just don't give him. So this is he did it all for the memes, you know? Like some people do it all for the nookie. Like he does it all for the memes. He thinks it's funny. He wants to shock people. That's why he volunteered for this. He's like, haha, they'll say something about Tusken Raider, I'm sure.
Well, I'm
So don't.
shocked.
Okay, well, I'm suddenly not. I think they're just this is attention-seeking behavior. This is totally what my 5-year-old does.
He's got a Relic 3 cat to answer your question.
Sure. But your Omicron Lumi at Relic 7 with no Zeta, mind you. Like she has a Zeta too, man. Like if you're gonna overinvest, like overinvest well. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be
Go
bad at overinvesting here.
go all in or not at all.
You want to put Relic 7 on a trash character with a
Oh,
trash Omicron.
why is Rex only gear 12? How do you have a Relic 9 cam with a gear 12 Rex?
Wow, that's so his guild is doing the heavy lifting here.
Oh, look at R2.
At least get your R2 more gear than stupid, annoying, whiny 3PO. I mean,
We're bringing that up again?
you know what? So many people agreed with me on that. They were like, yeah, team whiny C3PO.
Oh, man. Okay, pick a faction because I feel like no matter what we look at, it's gonna be great.
I like that they have a Relic 7 on Kenobi. He's like, yeah, I have the same Relic level as Lumi.
Oh man, poor Kenobi.
Um, this is so. Well, I guess if they don't need Datacrons, I guess they could keep Rex at Gear 12. That's weird though. Yeah, let's go to Sith. I guess. I mean, he's got
Sith?
Sith. He's got Sith Empire or Sith, not Empire. Can we look at the modding on Sith Eternal Emperor just out of
Sure.
curiosity?
Okay,
Can you just look at what's his health at?
137.
Okay,
So
so garbage
not
then.
that high.
Just total trash. Yep. Okay. Well, very well.
Not that high. Okay.
Yeah, like you should be close to 200k if you're modding him competently. So I don't know. It's like
Oh man.
what? It's such a weird mixed message. Like your Basti is
You're 11?
wait. Do they have Revan?
Oh. I guess not. No. Oh, and no Malik.
They have Malgus though. What? And
No
don't forget some
Malik.
Omicrons.
So who did you I guess it's all Old Republic, right? Or the
Sure. Oh, do they have Revan?
no.
It- Jedi Revan is he old? He count? Is he tagged?
He's
He,
tagged Old Republic because he gets the double bonus for Jedi and Old Republic characters.
so. Oh yeah. Well, they don't have mission at 7 stars. Like they need to buy the pack. They need the
Ah,
pack.
oh no.
The
And
pack.
Jolie is so sad. Like, what gear is that? 2, 3?
I, I don't
I
care.
don't even know.
Sorty's like, hey, I'm 7 stars. Same gear as Jolie.
Man. Oh man, okay.
Gear
Ah,
80 or level 82 Juhani. Why don't you put an Omicron on her, man? Just
I
do it.
don't I don't know where to look next. Oh man. Where do we go?
Mandalorian faction. Randomly.
Okay, no mall.
Okay. Well, that's not surprising.
But he's got Malgus. Like he's got some conquest characters. It's curious.
It doesn't have Malgus. It does have Maul. Yeah. Okay.
Man. Okay. Uh he had Hondo at Relic 7, which makes me wonder if he has the droids for Afra
Okay.
ready to go. No.
No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Where's Trip
Chupio sucks.
Where's Trip Zero? Am I going crazy?
You are. Your cursor, or my cursor's on it. It's right. It's right in the middle, though, right between
Okay.
L3
Yes.
and IG-11.
Okay.
Just kind of working on them. Like 4 stars just doesn't really show me much dedication, frankly.
So, okay. I'm just curious. He's got Vader, C, and Kenobi. So where would he go next?
I don't know. Did he quit? Seems like he's the kind of player who might have just quit by now. I'm kidding, but not really.
Oh, let's look at your Inquisitors. Oh.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Good
just
game.
curious where he's going next.
Can we just be done, please? No, we already looked at this. Stop making me sad.
No, because we did not look at that Hermit Yoda.
I didn't say anything because I didn't want you to feel bad.
Oh, man. Okay.
Well, at least Luminara's almost as good as she can get.
Yeah.
With no Zeta.
Man. Okay.
All right. So Chromium League riddle solved. Like this is why.
I just want to keep scrolling.
All right,
Stop.
guys, we're pulling the plug. I'm pulling the plug. You can keep looking, Sarah. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week, guys.
That's it.
It's over.